I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all at what Sony just did. Sony removed regional restrictions on their Steam and PC games. I knew this was coming because of the fact that this was not really in their best interest. As much as they want your data, money talks at the end of the day. So what Sony was trying to do is they put regional restrictions on games and made you have at least by making you have PlayStation Plus or a PlayStation account. Now, some places didn't have internet, or their internet wasn't good enough, or they just didn't have this thing set up in their country. So, like 170 something countries were blocked out of playing games because they needed a PlayStation Plus account. Well, apparently, Sony is backtracking and moonwalking this, and they're removing it because at the end of the day, you want the sales, you want the money, you want that revenue coming in, and you block out half of the globe. That you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot. So we're gonna talk about this and give my thoughts and opinions. Before I get started, I want to let you guys know I did make a condensed version of this video on my TikTok account. The link will be down in the description. Go ahead and check out my TikTok. You can follow me over there where I do things that don't necessarily make it to this channel, but I wanted to make a condensed version of this video, so you can go check it out as well over there on TikTok. I really appreciate it. The feedback has been absolutely awesome. Also, my other links will be down in the description. You can check all that stuff out as well. All right, let's get into this. Excuse me. Sony is removing regional restrictions. I'm going to put this up on the screen so you guys can see it. Well, shout out to Wario64. They're removing restrictions on the Steam and PC games. So you look at God of War, Last of Us 2 Remastered, Spider-Man 2, Helldivers, any other game on there. I'm pretty sure they may be on the list as well, but all of these countries have this restriction removed. So now you can buy these games without having a PlayStation Plus account. I said this before. A lot of these companies, not just Sony, a lot of these companies want your data. And I mean, your data's out there. I mean, it is what it is. Your data's out there. Everything that you do. If you got any type of device that's connected to the internet or whatever case may be, they have your information. So what they try to do is get this same information through the PlayStation Plus account on PC, which I think that if you're going to do this and you want, people to have some form of trophy support, I get it, because, trophies are actually kind of fun to go after, but I don't think that's what it was, because I think there was a bigger plan where they can get any type of algorithm or get any type of data on you so they know what to sell you, or they'll know what to do going forward when it comes to actually your purchasing habits. And that's really pretty much what all these companies want your data for. They want your data because of those purchasing habits. They want to know what type of ads to put in front of you. They want to know what type of things they can put in the way so you can have any type of device to show you what they think you want to buy. And that's basically what it is. But Sony's removing it, I think, just because it just wasn't profitable at the end of the day. I mean, yeah, you want that data, but if nobody's going to give you the data, that's just going to happen. And this is the thing. The PC gamers aren't willy-nilly ready to sign up for anything. They just don't. You know what I mean? That's one thing about I noticed when I started playing on PC. Like, a lot of these gamers are very selective of what they do. Whatever they sign up for. We saw this with games with Windows Live. You kind of saw this with other things that they're trying to do. Purchasing power. A lot of gamers on PC don't necessarily buy games at full price. I know this is a big thing that people say that, well, PC gamers do pirate games. Yeah, and I'll be honest, they do. They pirate games that they can't buy anymore. But is that piracy? I'm not going down that road. But at the end of the day, when you put a price tag on a game, you better be careful what you do on PC, because they just don't like to buy games at a certain price. And they don't like to give up the information that easily. Some PC gamers know how to do workarounds to block their information from people, so this was almost like a lose-lose for Sony. It sounded good in the beginning because they tried to make it up as like, hey, we want you to have trophy support, and you get the be in our ecosystem, and it sounds good, but at the end of the day, you're dealing with people who are building their own gaming devices. They know what they're doing. They know how to navigate around this tech stuff. They just don't just jump out the window and just say, hey, I'm going to sign up for PlayStation Plus. Hey, I'm going to sign up for this. Hey, I'm going to sign up for that. PC gamers just want to play games at a decent price and want to have the highest performance possible. That's all what PC gamers want. Console gamers, and it's not a knock on console gamers. Console gamers want the convenience of just playing a game. I mean, that's just what they want. They want the convenience of just playing the game that they like. PC gamers are much more selective when it comes to that, and they be like, "Yeah, look, I want the best deal possible," and they'll wait for sales. They'll wait for they'll wait for their version of convenience to have where they can just play a game and don't be restricted but behind stuff. Some of these companies, they try the DRM stuff. They'll try, certain de novo restrictions. Some gamers will actually go around, try their best to go around that stuff just to have better performance on their games. Because some de novo or some forms of DRM actually hinders the performance of games. I mean, we kind of saw that with Resident Evil Village. So it happens. But at the end of the day, I don't want to get too far in the weeds as far as PC versus console because that's not my thing. I own consoles. I play them all. It's not a thing to me. But I know that when you try to put stuff in front of PC gamers, they're going to be skeptical to begin with, and second, they're going to be reluctant to do anything that any company wants them to do. So I mean that's just the way it is, and it's going to be really interesting. You kind of see it already with the $80 game thing. It's going to be interesting to see how far that goes. Because PC gamers don't necessarily buy $80 games. They barely buy $60 games. They wait for the price to drop. Now, there are some that are best sellers that start off strong, but it's not consistent. They know at some point these PC gamers going to want that 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, percent discount on a game. I mean, that's just how it is. And I think the console gamers, not gamers, but companies, they kind of know this too. This is why you see on Sony now, you see a lot of sales, 75% off, 20% off games under $20. Even with Xbox, same thing. You have like 30, 40, 50% off on games at certain times. And sometimes it be around the same time that Steam has their sales. Because they know. They know that these digital games, they can't stay at $60 the entire time. They got away with it in the PS3, Xbox 360 era. You didn't see these type of deals back then. You kind of didn't see these deals in the beginning of the Xbox One, PS4 life cycle. But now, these consoles, these Xbox Series and the PS5 is basically like a PC. So they're trying to, conform themselves to the PC ecosystem. And Sony, this right here is just another chapter where Sony is like, yeah, we're going to have to conform and be like, yeah, these people aren't, signing up for stuff with their email account. They don't. The only thing they sign up for is like to get into the clients to buy these games. So let's give them the opportunity to buy these games. So that's basically what happened. So let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I did a condensed version of this video on my TikTok. The link will be down in the description. You guys can check that out. And hopefully you guys follow me over there on TikTok. I've been getting really good reception over there. A lot of people been viewing, commenting, giving me good feedback. It's growing pretty good as far as the views and the comments that I'm getting. It's really awesome. Also, all the other links are down in the description. I plan on going live later on today. I can't go live this morning like I normally do because of, look, I got to get this haircut done, man. I got to get a haircut. So I will be going live later on today. So hopefully you guys will check that out. And we'll talk then. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.